Welcome everybody to the Daily Dose, as this is part of our reset series. We're talking about how do we reset mentally. Oh man, I know, I just hit a trigger word right there. Reset mentally. I need that. Do you need that ever?
No, never.
I know, right? We all need that.
Of course I need it.
And we're talking about kind of just like the mental mess.
Right.
And even if you have all of your life together, which I know every single one of you do, there's probably some area that feels like it's a mess. Work might be going good, home might not be. Or
Right.
home's good, and then there's a relational mess.
Right.
There's always seems to be a mess somehow, and it's impacting us mentally.
Right.
So my name is Trent Jenkins. This is Connor McFadden. He's one of our counselors here with us at North Coast Church, and I thought it'd be great to bring him in this week to be able to really tackle this topic. So Connor, how do we tackle this mental mess?
I think even to see a mess for what it is, you know, when you look at your day, this may just be me, but there are days when you start looking at what do you have to do, and it starts to feel overwhelming, right? So I have this bill, this doctor's appointment, this thing with my kid, this thing with my boss, this coworker commented on this thing that I said, now they're mad at me and I'm mad at them and blah, blah, blah. And what it starts to feel like is this massive mound in our life, right?
I feel like I'm getting overwhelmed right now.
It's this massive mound of just things. And so it starts to put this pressure and anxiety that feels a lot bigger than it actually is. Mm-hmm. And that's the hard part, is sometimes the outcome is we just stop. We feel like we have so many things to do. We actually feel stuck and we stop trying to get out of the mess.
Yeah, I stop and I just go get a milkshake.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I don't know anything to tackle it. Yeah. Okay, so if it's not all a mess, then how do we prioritize it? If everything's not a mess, what do we do?
Here's what I would say is it's okay to even spend some time outside of it. In fact, there's productive moments in your time. Like for me, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm just alert, I'm awake. And so I would say this is a great time to write out a list of these are all the things that are super important to me. This is just your list that stays there with you. The rest is everything you have to do. Start putting all those things that feel like one big pile of mess, put them on paper and start to really rank what is most important. So take a mess and give it a definite shape. And the thing we'll often find when we do that is that mess actually is bigger. It appears bigger than it actually is.
So things I have to do immediately.
Right.
And things that can really maybe delay.
Of course.
Yeah.
And things I don't have to do at all. Like, why am I trying to do that for someone anymore? This is something I just have to let go and be okay that I can't do everything.
So not everything is important and not everything is urgent.
Right.
That's huge. So, I mean, what is God trying to do with us with all of this mess that we're constantly trying to do? Why not it just be easier for us?
Right. You know, the thing I want to encourage you all with, and it's the same thing that I try and tell myself, is that God is working in your mess. It's often a feeling, it's easy to feel a mess and go, hey, what a waste, or I can't believe that happened. But the crazy thing is no mess is a waste because God uses all those messes to make us into something. He works through it. So it's either our biggest failure or God's biggest redemption. And so I want to share one verse, and I love this in Romans 5:3. It says, not only so, but we also glory in our sufferings because we know that suffering produces perseverance, character, and character, hope. And I think about even running, which I just love to do, and I lost half my audience here that hates to run.
Yeah.
But I love running, and just how much that has made me a strong runner. And so being a strong runner and being able to do things that I couldn't if I couldn't run. And so sometimes putting your body through that training, you arrive at a spot where, hey, you're tough. Because you're tough, that you're able to endure hard things, and because of that, you arrive at a spot where you have strong character. A person who's endured for a long period of time is just balanced, and that produces something that's kind of crazy thought, but that gives us hope. We're not up and down. We're not hopeless. We're not looking at each little thing and going, well, this is the end. But we actually have a seasoning that comes from our testing that says, no, I still have hope because God is going to do something amazing through this and through me.
Man, that is huge. I think ultimately there's this factor of that we can take control.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to overwhelm us, that we can have control over this. And talking with different high capacity individuals that maybe are just killing it, people say, how did you get there? Well, I got there many, many years ago of learning that perseverance and learning how to endure and ultimately gaining hope that I'm going to get better. Listen, I can get better. You can get better. We can all get better.
Yes.
Let's take the next steps. Any resources that you'd like to be able to give them?
Actually, you did a class on this, correct?
No, it's your class with Karen.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's Karen. He did an amazing class on this about talking about anxiety. And all you need to do is text the keyword worry to the phone number that you receive the daily dose from, or it's right here at the bottom of your screen. And encourage you, if this is an area where you need some help in, get some additional resource. We would love to be able to resource you. Have a great day, everyone.